Frank, I could run faster than that Camaro these days, okay? He's talking about a carbureted car from 1970 right now. Some balance and blueprints and engine, all right? We got direct injection here. My golf course has that balance and blueprint and shit. Jesse, I think it's about time we start to put the car back together.
I think so. I got my glasses on, guys.
Okay, so essentially, we went to Europe, we did a bunch of stuff, we focused on the Ragnarok, made some fun videos when we came back, but now it's the middle of November, and I think it's time that we finish the Lotus, we finish the Black Turbo Gallardo, and we get some work done around here, all right? Because SEMA happened, you know, it was tough. So now, today, let's do some work. First step.
What do we got here? So, where do we go? Fastenal?
Can we, let's talk about this. Walk with me over here for a second. Here's the aftermarket clutch that we have, okay? Now, this car, this engine, came from an underground racing twin turbo car. This is a Tilton clutch. Now, you go grab the factory upgraded clutch. I'll show you the conundrum that we have and the reason why we're cutting bolts over here right now. All right, this is the bolt that came out of this clutch, okay? Goes right in here. It's got about ½ an inch of thread, right? When we went to go and source these, because you never want to reuse the same bolts when you do anything that has to do with torque. Once you torque something once, you definitely don't want to take it out and torque it back, right? This here is a upgraded clutch, but it uses the OEM bolts. Right, so these are the small Allen heads. There's 9 of them. This clutch here has 12 hex head bolts. So we were kind of confused because we're like, well, that doesn't really make any sense, you know?
We ordered 2 different sets, or 2 sets, yeah. Same bolts.
And even the flywheel bolts were here are different. So we took the bolt out. We went down the street to Fastenal, which is just a place that sells bolts. And well, they told us that they use these bolts from Fastenal.
Yep.
And they cut them down, all right? Now, you can see a little bit of a difference. So we can get this bolt through here, right? And instead of having too much thread, we're gonna have the right amount of thread. So let's get to cutting these bolts. We're gonna take these out. We're gonna torque these ones in after they're cut. We're gonna throw the tranny on here. And then after that, let's put the engine in the car. What do you wanna do? Let's put the engine in the car?
Transmission first.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put the engine in the car, then the transmission on.
There you go.
Just kidding. We're gonna put the engine on the table, and then we're gonna put the transmission on, then we're gonna put them both in the car. All right, so the engine's gonna end up going back in the car soon. So what we need to do is clear out the entire fuel tank here. The gas in this car could be a few years old. I know this car was definitely sitting for 3 years minimum. So what I'm gonna do is, right now I've got the fuel lines pinned into this fuel, the trash can, and I'm gonna put power to the pump. So it just pumps all of the gas out, and I'm gonna put 4 gallons of brand new gas in there, right? And I'm gonna pump that through, and then I'm changing the fuel filters, and I'm changing the fuel pump, and then we'll be ready to put the engine in. All right, so look, check it out. That's probably 7.5, 8 gallons of gas. I added 4 to it so that we would run through our 4, and then we had about 3.5, 4 gallons in there. So the 3.5, 4 gallons in there, if we would have mixed that and put that motor on there for tuning, it would have been really, 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 really bad for us. So by cleaning all that stuff out, getting fresh gas, we're gonna probably run 100 octane through the first tank, right? Just so that we can get, like, make sure all the stuff is clean. And then after that, I'm gonna tune it for 91 and we'll call it a day.
Hey Houston, what do you have here?
Leg day, that's what you have here.
Look at those calves. It's gonna flex.
Ah.
Oh, he's outshining you, bro.
Dude, what is Jesse playing with, bolts? All right, I'm building motors over here.
He's got no comment for your stupidity.
Come here for a second. Let me talk to you about something. All right. Tell him that you don't like cars.
I don't like cars.
He hates cars. All right. He drove the same BMW 1994 525i for 29 years. Okay. And it had 500,000 miles on it. And he cried the day he sold it. Okay. And then every time he saw it again, he was like, no, I need to buy that car back. All right. He went from that to an E320. Okay. Literally done everything his whole life, but kept the same car. So when he saw that I was like into cars, he wasn't really happy with that. But I have a really good idea because my dad's not really been in any fast cars. His brother had a GTR at one point, had a couple of Ferraris and stuff, but you know, wasn't his cup of tea. So I was thinking, why don't we show him what a twin turbo Huracan feels like? So, you know, we'll do a dad reaction video in a twin turbo Huracan later today. Frank, I could run faster than that Camaro these days. Really? Okay? Don't move down Holly. Yeah. He's talking about a carbureted car from 1970 right now. Some balance and blueprints and engine. All right. We got direct injection here. My golf court has that balance and blueprint and shit.
You're so casual with your coffee, man. Every time he like has a statement, he like lifts his cup.
It's the holiday.
See?
All right, so now that we have the engine on the table, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the transmission on, but in order to do that, we've got to torque the flywheel bolts down. I just put the main drive unit pulley on here, and I'm basically using this to kind of hold it straight so he can torque the flywheel. After that, we're gonna double check everything. There's a coolant thing that goes here. We've got the alternator, the air conditioning compressor, a couple other accessories, obviously the starter, and I think that's it. Alternator, starter, yeah, cool. Gotta put the fuel pump, sorry, fuel system. Gotta tack that down and everything. So we're basically ready. We're like really close to ready, right? Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
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 So when we torque all these bolts down, we're doing them to 25 foot-pounds. We have a digital torque wrench, which is pretty straightforward here.
It's right there.
You just you spin it until it goes green, and once it goes green, you're in the torque.
Right there. Boom. So why do we do this?
So, you know, basically when you drive a car, a lot of things rattle, they loosen, they need to be even. So by putting things to a torque spec, it just guarantees that the bolts are at the optimal tightness for their application. So if we, right there, that one. If we go and say that the bolts are all 25 foot-pounds, those will all be even, and then they also will be basically the right amount of like tightness to not start backing themselves out. Because if you put them over tight, the bolt head will snap off, and if you put them under, they won't connect right, and they'll just kind of back out with a vibration. Torquing is very important.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Inception. Okay, so that is for a video to come.
Next vlog. Actually, hold on. 5 vlogs in the future. You ever played that game in GameWorks or Dave & Buster's, and like you gotta like line it up, and then the key goes through the hole?
It's called the Keymaster.
Keymaster. Playing Keymaster right now. I'm actually really good at that game. I've won it once.
This is a real life Keymaster.
Just a hair. See it?
Oh, okay.
That may help.
Ow! Is that moving?
No.
I hear something.
No, you're not in, that's why.
Yeah.
You're not in it. Not in it yet. So,
Okay, now I can move this side now. Here.
A.
Push it, Josh.
Teamwork.
Good job.
Excellent choice.
Good job, Lumber.
Excellent choice.
This is the reason why we hire someone like him.
Let's get a
Only
little
reason why
flex.
Josh works here.
Let's get a little flex.
You know? This is big boy status.
22s. 22s.
Trying to get there.
AKA Lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
Insert tag right now.
I know don't look that excited right now because we're almost done putting the engine together, but I'm actually very excited, but I'm just trying to keep my composure because if I get excited and Houston gets excited, we start forgetting stuff. So I'm literally trying to keep my composure and not get too excited so I remember all the things that go back on. So right now we're doing all the accessories. So putting this coolant stuff together here, put new O-rings in it already, tightening everything down. And we're looking for bolts because we lost the bolts.
Mario. Come here. This is my bolt wall. I have all the bolts, except the one that I need.
Doesn't it always work like that?
I have half of the bolt. I wonder if I can just put 2 bolts in the place. Stack them together. What do you think? Do you think that'll work?
Or we could weld it and make it longer.
Ah!
Almost done here.
Can't do it.
Getting too excited for this.
Hey, Jesse.
Yo.
Are you sure you're excited? Because you don't sound excited.
I'm trying not to be excited.
Do you want to sell this car? Because I think I know I have a buyer for it.
We can do that too.
All right, cool. I'm ready to buy it.
That works.
Are you down for 65,000?
As long as you, if I sell this to you, then just gotta help me get the next one. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we're on a mission of buy them all up right now, right?
Honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie. All right, ever since we bought this one car, I've really been looking at buying all of the 6-speed manuals, all of them. You know why? Because they're only getting more valuable, A, and they're only getting harder to find, B. So of the current market right now of 6-speed Gallardos between 2004 and 2008, right? There's like 4. And 2 of them are really high mileage, and that is not really what we're trying to get. But honestly, it's not a bad idea. Oh, I need a bigger one.
Need a bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Gallardo is where it's at right now. But I don't think you should be telling people this because then people might try to buy them now.
Yeah, you're right. Stop talking
Letting
about
people know about our secrets.
See?
Almost done, probably a couple more hours ago.
Yeah. It's like, it basically what happens is we try to put so much work into so many cars all the time to get it done. And then we'll forget to film half the stuff, take it apart, do it over again. And it's like, you know, you're not really used to like making, we only started YouTube like 3 months ago. So we're not really used to making videos all the time. Yeah. So essentially right now, it's just kind of getting the hang of it. And then we let that sit for like 2 weeks. And then it just looks so complicated. We're just like, you know, we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. And we'll do that tomorrow. And it became we'll do that tomorrow until it was the last project left. So now that's what we're doing. So we started putting that together today and we're almost done. I think we can get it in the car tonight, but you know, depends on dinner plans, I guess. Well, before you leave, I'll make your day and I'll let you get a picture in a Bugatti. Because I don't, of course, yeah, we'll do that. But I need to change my shirt. So I don't want you to have the one dirty picture of me. Well, you know, every once in a while we get a good opportunity to make a fan's day, you know, subscriber, fan, whatever you guys want to call it. And, you know, I'm actually a YouTuber that has a place of business. So every single day I'm here at Royalty trying to make things happen. And if you guys come down here, you know, you're more than welcome to come. I'll show you the shop. I'll show you all the stuff. And if things work out, right, maybe we could sit in the car too and, you know, have fun. I had an outfit change because I was super dirty. My hands are still actually really dirty. I'm making this shirt really dirty. So let's get a car here. Move. You're like in my face.
Hey.
What is up?
So, you gotta tell me.
It was amazing. It's fast.
You gotta thank this man right here,
What do you
man.
think about the Aventador?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's supposed to be amazing. So high five to being amazing. All right. And
He was speechless the whole time.
that's great. I mean, sometimes you got to say good things, but sometimes you just enjoy the ride.
Is it worth it? Yeah. Awesome.
I'm glad you came.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
let's walk inside.
You